Hey everyone, and welcome. So you've probably heard all the buzz about ChatGPT, but maybe you're not quite sure where to begin. Well, you are in exactly the right place. Over the next few minutes, we're going to take this tool from something you've just heard about and turn it into your own personal strategic partner. Let's dive in.
And look, I totally get it. Any new technology can feel a little intimidating. But here's the secret about ChatGPT. The technology behind it is, incredibly complex, but actually using it is surprisingly simple. The most important step you can take is the first one, and we're about to do that right now, together.
And people are definitely taking that first step. I mean, to put its impact in perspective, ChatGPT got to 100 million users in just 2 months. 2 months. It took Instagram 2.5 years to get there. So you can see this isn't just another app, it's a huge shift, and understanding it is going to give you a massive advantage.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll start at the starting line, just getting you up and running. Then we'll walk through your very first conversation. After that, we are going to unlock the single biggest secret to getting amazing answers. Then we'll explore what it can do beyond just text, which is mind-blowing. And finally, we'll cover how to play it smart and use it safely.
All right, Section 1, the starting line. Let's get you all set up for success. I promise, this part is fast, it's easy, and it is completely free.
So what even is ChatGPT? Well, under the hood, it's something called a large language model, or LLM. Honestly, the easiest way to think about it is like a super-powered autocomplete on your phone. It's basically read a huge chunk of the internet and learned the patterns of human language so well that it can predict the next best word, or sentence, or even idea with unbelievable accuracy.
Getting access couldn't be simpler. You just head over to chat.openai.com, click that Try ChatGPT button, and sign up with your email. The free version is incredibly powerful, so you have absolutely nothing to lose by just jumping in and giving it a try. Okay, you're in. Congratulations. Now let's get you comfortable with the screen in front of you. You'll see it's designed to be super clean and simple, so you can just focus on the conversation itself.
It really comes down to 3 key spots. You've got the main input box right there in the middle, that's where you type. The sidebar on the left is your conversation history, so you can always go back to a previous chat. And that new chat button in the corner, that's just to start a fresh topic. That's pretty much it.
You know, the most important thing to remember right now is your mindset. Don't worry about asking the perfect question. Just start talking to it. Ask it anything. It's super patient, it's totally non-judgmental, and it's an amazing assistant. The only real way to learn is to just play around with it.
Okay, Section 3. This is where we seriously level up. The single most important skill for getting incredible results from ChatGPT isn't some technical wizardry. It's just learning how to ask good questions, or as we call it, mastering the prompt. And this brings us to the golden rule of all AI. You've probably heard it before. Garbage in, garbage out. It's not a mind reader, right? So if you give it a vague one-sentence request, it's just going to have to guess what you really want. The more detail and clarity you give it, the less it has to guess and the better your answer will be.
Let's look at what that means in practice. On the left, write me a blog post about productivity. Super vague. But now, look at the prompt on the right. We've given it a role, a consultant, a target audience, remote leaders, and specific instructions, 800 words with 3 strategies. Now the AI has a crystal clear target to aim for, and the result is going to be infinitely more useful to you. This leads us to a simple 4-step framework you should basically burn into your memory. First, give it a role. Tell it who to be, an expert marketer, a historian. Second, give it context. What's the why behind your request? Who is this for? Third, a clear command. This is the what, the specific action you want. And finally, the format. Do you want a table, a bulleted list, an email? Just remember, role, context, command, format. That is the key to everything.
And now for Section 4. A lot of people think ChatGPT is just for writing essays or emails, but its abilities go so much further than that. Seriously, it can see, it can analyze, and it can create in ways that are an absolute game changer. This is where it gets really fun. You can upload a huge, dense PDF and ask for the main takeaways in seconds. You can tell it to search the live internet for the latest information. You can describe a scene from your imagination and have it create a unique image for you. And, maybe the craziest of all, it can now see.
No, really. The easiest way to think about this new feature is that ChatGPT has eyes. It can literally see and make sense of the world through any image you show it.
And this is where it becomes incredibly practical. You can snap a photo of the inside of your refrigerator, upload it, and ask, what can I make for dinner with this?
It'll identify the ingredients and whip up a few recipes for you. The possibilities here are just endless, from figuring out what's wrong with your car to translating a menu in a foreign country.
Okay, let's move into our final section, playing it smart. Like with any powerful tool, there are a few really important rules of the road to make sure you're using it effectively and responsibly.
First up, you have to be aware of something called AI hallucinations. This is when the AI confidently states something that is just completely made up. Remember, its job is just to predict the next most plausible sounding word, not to know what's actually true. So if you're working on anything important, you have to be the fact checker.
And that leads us to the single most important principle for working with AI. People first, people last. That means you provide the initial idea, the strategy, the creative spark. The AI is the tool that helps you get there faster. But, and this is critical, you are always the final quality control. Never just copy and paste without checking. The final judgment call is always human.
As you get more comfortable, it's helpful to think about your journey in 3 levels. At first, you'll probably use it for task replacement, doing things you already do, just way faster. Then you'll move to process enhancement, where you actually start redesigning how you work around what the AI can do. But the final level, that's strategic transformation. That's when you start using AI to do things that were simply impossible before. That's where the real magic happens.
And that brings us to the end. You now have the fundamental skills to use one of the most powerful technologies of our lifetime. You have the roadmap, you have the techniques, you have the rules of the road. So the only question left is, now that you have the tools, what problem will you solve first?